Hey, everybody. What's up? Everybody in TikTok land, drop those questions. Thank y'all for joining. Let me see what my peeps at over here. All right, we're just going to wait. Hey, everybody in Facebook, Instagram land. What's going on, y'all? Thank y'all for dropping in. I appreciate it, everybody. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and let's start with what's new. Well, first of all, hey, it's Monday. Let me pipe up a little bit. I'm a little, relaxed right now. So, hey, Lakia. Hey, Charlotta. Hey, Val. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. What's going on, TikTokers? Thank y'all for being here. All right. So, a couple things. Let me move this real quick if I tell on myself. All right. Okay. So, hope everybody's doing well. I know y'all got questions. So, as always, please drop them so that we can get this going. The biggest thing I've been getting asked this week is talking about this student loan, wipe off with that Joe Biden just gave $1 billion. That happened in the middle of the week last week. So, let me explain how this works, okay? I talked about this last week, but I want to talk about it more in depth now. So if you watch me on TikTok in the post that I made about it, I actually post the link to both applications in the comments. If you're here, Facebook, YouTube, y'all can hit me up. I'll send it to you. But if you went to Everest, if you went to ITT Tech, or if you went to like Virginia College, some of those schools that you absolutely know got shut down, been shut down for a while, you can apply for both the borrower's defense, and you can apply for the closed school loan discharge. Okay, both of them, they both kind of do the same thing, but they have different effects when it gets processed. So definitely apply for both of those. I actually found the spreadsheet that Department of Education keeps of all the schools that are closed down, and they have like 17,000 schools. So I'm gonna try to make a video so I can post that link, and so y'all can get that, so you can see, because it's a ton of schools on there. Okay, so $1 billion divided by 72,000 people, that's 72,000 people. That doesn't add up right. So I know that there's more people that qualify for that $1 billion with those student loans. So I want to make sure y'all go out there and apply. Even if you think your school misled you and they're not on that list, if you felt like they lied, they misled you, they sold you, up the road to get you to apply, make sure you still go out there and apply for that. Okay. All right. So before I continue, share the video or tag a friend. Please introduce me to somebody new. This is how I continue to grow and to make sure we get out the right information, so I don't have to keep repeating myself over and over. So if you could, I would appreciate your support. So thank you for that. All right. Hey, Brandon. All right. So is there going to be a fourth check? Carlos is asking. No, I wouldn't really look forward to there being any more money. Hell, we can't even get the $3 out right now. So I would not expect there to be a fourth check at this time. We will have to wait to see, what happens as far as legislation goes, but I wouldn't hold your breath on it at all. Okay, not at all. All right. Is Independence University included? I will have to send that link to you, to the spreadsheet that Department of Education keeps, so that you can go and look up your school. It's a lot. So if you know how to do a search on an Excel spreadsheet, you won't have no problem. But let me, I'll post that. I'll post it, or you can send me a message and I'll give you the link. Okay. Hey, Ken from Pensacola. All right. Let's see who else. Let's see what I got. Any questions over here in TikTok land before I go on? Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but on Saturday, that's when the Social Security Administration actually gave IRS the information for the 30 million people that they had not turned over before. So the people who are getting Social Security disability or regular Social Security, if you have not already gotten your third stimulus, you should be receiving that between now and next week. So I would tell you just keep your eye out for that. It is slow coming. I don't know why, but I know you guys would think this is all federal government that they talk to each other, but they don't talk to each other as much as you think. So they actually had to wait to get that information released, and now they have it so they can start processing your third stimuluses, okay? And that's for people who are on who are affiliated with Social Security. The veterans, they have not said anything about the VA not turning over any files. If you have not gotten paid, I would suspect that you guys will also get paid around the same time as Social Security, because that's how they did it with the first stimulus, okay? It says, where do you apply for the college loan thing? So I have the links in the post. If not, send me a message here on TikTok. I guess there's some way to do it. If not, all my social medias are the same, okay? So you can find me. Just tell me, just send me a message in one of them and I'll send you the 2 applications, okay? All right, so Sean, you got to ask for the link in my inbox and then I will send it to you, okay? All right. Okay, so Robin, I just went over that. Okay, so yeah, I don't think there's going to be a 4th chat. Let's talk about, so remember I told y'all last week that FEMA was going to pay up to $7,000 for funeral expenses. Well, they actually went up. They're going to pay up to $9,000 now in funeral expenses, and you can apply for up to 4 people on one application. So I know that COVID, took sometimes more than one family member in the same family. So you can apply for more than one person on the application. And I think the max they'll give you is $35,000. So they actually are covering almost anything that's related to the funeral, even your transportation to and from viewing the body. They got a really good, real good descriptive policy that they wrote out. So I printed it out. So it has a lot of stuff on here, and they still have not opened up the hotline for you to claim, and they have not put out an application either. So I'm gonna let y'all know when that comes available. I'm just looking to see if there's anything that I missed. So yeah, main thing is make sure you got that death certificate showing that the individual died because of complications due to COVID. Okay. All right. So I definitely need those links to fill out for the loan. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, definitely get those loans off of your. First of all, get from owing them. Okay, get those loans. If you don't owe them, you don't need to have them reporting on your credit. So as soon as and I've been through this process with some people before, but as soon as you get those loans written off, they actually just go in the system and wipe everything off. They will, in most cases, I have seen them actually update your credit to 0, but the loans stay on there, which that's not a problem, but you go from having something negative to now you're not owing them anything at all. So that's exactly what you want. So that's definitely a plus. Okay. Woo. All right. And thank you, Dwight. I appreciate it. Thank you. Dwight told me I look good tonight. I appreciate that, Dwight. All right. Someone said, why is it taking us so long for people to get their taxes? Great question. So y'all know tax season already got off to a late start. Okay. So we already got like a 2-week late start in tax season starting off. Then you add to the fact that you got stimulus checks and tax refunds coming at the same time. And not to mention, when the new stimulus package came out, IRS had to adjust a lot of stuff, especially the people, with the 10,200 for the unemployment. So as much as I want to be mad at IRS, I almost can't be mad at them because so much has happened in such a small amount of time. Plus, y'all want y'all money on top of it. So it's just because of how everything has been going. That's really the best answer that I can give you. But IRS did say they're not going to resume giving income tax refunds out until the stimulus checks are paid out. So, but I have seen some people have reported to me that they have gotten income tax returns. Not a lot, but a few here and there got approved. So it's coming. Okay. So it's about to be, tax season normally would be coming to a close. So if y'all don't know, tax season actually got extended to May 17th. Some people, you would think some people know, but a lot of people don't pay attention to that. So, all right. let's talk about this rental assistance really quick. So if y'all know, I always talk about that CDC eviction moratorium. Well, that eviction moratorium actually ends March 31st. So if anybody turned that eviction moratorium into their landlord and you did not get it, and you're under that grace of them not throwing you out, just know March 31st is when that eviction moratorium ends. But between today and Thursday, all emergency rental assistance programs will have started, okay? So they're not only doing 15 months of rent, they're also doing 15 months of utility expenses too. So if you have back rent or back utility expenses that need to get paid, they are now covering that under the emergency rental assistance program, okay? So this goes for everybody, all right? If everyone's county either open today, between today and Thursday, they have to open before the CDC moratorium runs out, all right? So you can easily go to your county page. If not, if you're watching me here on Facebook and YouTube, I'll put up this link for you guys. Hold on. I have a link already. Bam. Give me a second to put it up. Hold on. I know I have it. I just don't see it right now. But anyway, so I'm gonna keep going. So you can actually go on here, and I don't know why it's not showing. All right, it doesn't matter. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Good. This is a way to get y'all to text me to be in my text group, so I don't have to send this stuff out to like 100 people at a time. So y'all know I'm big on my text group. 407-698-3804. If you're watching on TikTok, it's 407-698-3804. It's actually in my bio. I didn't think to actually put it up there, but it's there now. So you can actually text me, and then after each Monday, what I decided to do is just easier just to send you the stuff that I'm talking about, so that you have it versus me having to go over it constantly. So there are benefits to watching, so I appreciate that. So I'm gonna make it easier for y'all too. All right. So 15 months of back rent, 15 months of utility assistance. Okay. I mean back, and that's also back pay for utility assistance. All right. They said, can I get a stimulus check if I am on Social Security? Absolutely. Everyone with a Social Security number is entitled to a Social Security check, including, for those who haven't been watching, inmates, okay? And I'm telling you, ever since last Monday, when we said that we were going to help people file, the phone line's been blowing up. So thank y'all for y'all support. And if y'all know others, let them know. We want them to file to get what is theirs, okay? It's their money, all right? What do you got here? CDC extends coronavirus. Oh, thank you, Dwight. So they just did this. Okay. So I got a correction. So the CDC eviction moratorium has actually been extended to June 30th. So if you're under that, hopefully, what they're probably going to make us do. So if you use this already, you need to get the new updated one. I will get that. Dwight, send that to me in my inbox, please, so that I can remember to print that. So that means there's a new one. So you have to print out the new one and turn it in if you are using or living under the first one, okay? So just so y'all know, hopefully I ain't confused anybody. But that still doesn't mean that the rental assistance program is not going to open. They still are going to open, so be on the lookout for those to be opening up, all right? How do we find out what schools are on the list? I am going to send out a list. So if you're in my text group, you will get the list because I'm just going to send it. It's actually just a spreadsheet, but it's a link to the spreadsheet. And I looked at it the other night and I was like, this is way too big and way too many schools on there to go through, alone. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, Marcavia. So FYI, yes, Marcavia, I'm going to put her out there. Marcavia is going to be one of the individuals that is going to apply to the IRS. And yes, the IRS is hiring over 1,000 positions. You can work from home for a lot of them, okay? So if you haven't gone to usajobs.gov, I don't know why you haven't, so that you can get you a nice, good old job, okay? And you can't have no criminal history, not no bad criminal history. So, definitely, if you need something to do, go work at the IRS. They hiring, okay? I filed for a person who is incarcerated before the third stimulus. What do I do to claim the third for this person? Are they going to open a non-filers portal? That's a good question, Tasha. So right now, matter of fact, that's the last thing I checked before I went live. IRS is not planning at this time to open the non-filers portal. So I am under the impression that for those of you, and I actually said this in the video, those of you who did not get your full payment for your stimulus, like say you got kids and you didn't get paid for all of your kids. I'm not talking about married couples who are under the injured spouse. I'm not talking about you guys, just everybody else. If you did not get your full payment at this time, you are expected to file that on your taxes next year and claim it just like you did this time. Now, what I think sucks about that is if you owe money, if you didn't pay enough taxes in, you're going to reduce that amount when you get it. You get that credit when you get that money back. And so some of you guys see that now. When you've gone to go claim your stimulus, your first and your second one, if you owe taxes or you didn't pay enough in, they actually reduce that amount. So you gotta make sure, especially with all these things they're gonna be releasing up with this with this stimulus package, you want to make sure that you paid enough in. Okay, so that if you do got to go back and claim it, they're not taking it. But right now, some people aren't looking to get it. Okay, so I wouldn't expect it. I'll give you an update if they do the non-filers portal, but right now, that's a no. All right. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss. I see you guys' questions. Let me see. Okay, when did the check mailing start? Check mailing already started. IRS just put out a new checklist. Hold on, I think I got a picture of it. And let me see. I think I took a picture of the new pay chart, and the checks have already started going. Here it is. Okay, hold on. So the check started going out on March 15th. And hold on, it's all upside down. Let's see. It says that the Social Security checks are soon to be announced, so they don't have anything for that. And it says the last day they're doing direct deposit is March 24th, but I don't know if I believe that. But they did announce on there, because I follow them on Twitter, that they are doing the EIP card and mailing the check. So I haven't seen too many people say they got an EIP card, but please, if you get anything in the mail and it looks like just a plain white envelope, you would actually think it's junk mail, but make sure you feel it. Okay. If it feels like a card, check it out so that you don't throw it away, because they do a horrible job of letting you know what it is. They try to hide it so it doesn't look like something somebody should steal, but then you don't know to keep it for yourself. So it's stupid either way. All right. It says, will the back rent help work for late mortgages? No, mortgage owners cannot apply for the rental assistance. This is the ERA, the Emergency Rental Assistance Program. I have not heard that they laid out anything for mortgage owners. For homeowners. And the reason why is that's usually not handled by your local county government. That's usually handled at the federal level through Health and Human. I think it's Health and Human Services. So, you will find out something from them. I have not seen anything about mortgage assistance. So if I do, I will put it out. But this is just rental assistance for tenants only, because so many people are homeless or getting evicted and they want that to stop. It says, what happens if I didn't get the last 2 checks and my dad claimed me on his tax returns? Andy Adams, did they claim you on the tax return this year? If so, you cannot get the first 2 checks because your dad claimed you. He can do an amendment and take you off, and then you can file to get your own check. But sometimes parents don't usually want to do that. So that's your option. Okay. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting to you. Let's see. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. It says, when will the stimulus checks be mailed? So they're already on their way. The business established business established 2/21 have to file a 21 business taxes. Yes, if you've started your business in February 2021, which is this year, you don't file taxes on that until next year. Now, if you have a business and you didn't earn any income, then you don't have to file it. But most people file it because, as you're starting to see, if we have a pandemic or anything like this again, the only people that are getting money are individuals who have an actual business. Okay, so let me talk about the rental assistance really quick. That was a good question, Sovereign. You made me think about something. So if you are applying for the rental assistance as a landlord, okay, so landlords can apply for this as well to get your money back. So if you got a tenant that just, they don't understand how to fill out no paperwork, you can do it as a landlord, or they can do it as the tenant. I would recommend that if you have a business, have them pay you in your business name. So you can so at tax time, you can make write-offs. You can have write-offs instead of it being added to you, the person. Now that increases your income. So that's just my suggestion. You don't have to, but I would just, there's a lot of people with new businesses around here, a lot of new people with LLCs, all that. So if you are one of those individuals and you're going to benefit from this rent or rental assistance, try to get a check cut in your business name. Okay. All right. So let's see. CDC. Yes. Thank you, Dwight. Send that to me in my inbox if I haven't already said it. I'll send out the list of the schools that are on that list. It's way too many to ask for. To list. It says, so are you saying incarcerated inmates can apply even though they didn't work? Yes, ma'am, Miss Robinette. Anyone who didn't work can apply. That is considered a non-filer. Non-filers were eligible for the first stimulus. Non-filers, they didn't give them a way to claim it on the second stimulus. They only gave them the option to claim it this time at tax time. So even if you didn't work, inmate or not, or just your uncle or brother that lay on the couch every day, they can apply for this check and the stimulus by doing a simple tax return. You do not have to even earn any income. A lot of people will call the office to say, well, I didn't work. Well, you don't have to work. It's a simple tax return. It doesn't even ask you for any income. It asks you for your name, your birthday, your social, your address. It asks you, did you get the stimulus or not? Did you get any insurance from the marketplace? And then that's it. And then you put in your direct deposit, or if you want it to be mailed to you. It literally takes no time at all to be able to do it. Almost anybody can do it, but if you're not comfortable using the computer, you can always reach out to to me and my company to get it done. And so y'all know I got to take like my little 2-second little boom advertising break. Yes, I am going to advertise for me. And let me remove this chat real quick just to let y'all know, if y'all don't know, if these are new people or anything, let me remind y'all, I do all of these services, bankruptcy. I'm a bankruptcy petition preparer, so I can help individuals who need to file for bankruptcy. That's 7 and 13. Now, some of y'all don't live nearby, but we do fingerprinting. We do bill pay in Western Union. And yes, we just finally got everything set up. So you do not have to be late on your bills. Let me go on and take this down so y'all can see, but I want to let y'all know you do not have to be late on your bills, okay? Did y'all know that and I'm going to tell you, especially for y'all that want to buy a house, y'all could have just went to bill pay to somebody down the street and just get your bills paid right there and pay the extra $1 and save yourself some time. You don't got to worry about no stamps. You don't got to worry about no envelopes. And you don't even got to worry about if you keeping it in your calendar. You could just you should put it in your calendar so you know when it's due. But you could just go and have someone do bill pay and pay all the people that you pay, and you don't have to worry about being late. I just think it's genius. So anyway, we do bill pay. So if you're local here in Melbourne, or in Brevard, you can stop by, pay some bill pay, and we also do Western Union, okay? So I had advertised for me really quick. So now I'm gonna go back and take the rest of y'all questions, okay? Okay, all right. So it says, I missed it. When will SSDI get their stimulus check? I got my last 2 through direct deposit. So if you got your last 2 through direct deposit, Social Security Administration says you will get your money for the stimulus the same way you got before. You don't have to do anything. It's going to automatically transfer over. It says, I filed for a person who was incarcerated before the 3rd stimulus. What do I do to claim the 3rd for this person? Are they going to open? Okay, I answered that one, Sovereign. All right, sorry. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. Put me on your text group. If you want to be in my text group, it's 407-698-3804. Thank you, Tamala. Okay. It says no second or third stimulus payment. If you didn't get the second one, you can claim it. The third stimulus you cannot claim on the tax return, not this year, because it was approved this year. So you cannot claim it on taxes until next year, the third stimulus. Only the first and the second can you claim this year, okay? Can I find my husband, but he's in Jamaica? If he has a social security number, then yes, only individuals with a social security number or I-10 can apply to get the stimulus. So yes, ma'am, Miss Mabu. So if you need it, hit me up in my inbox. You know how to get in touch with me. Okay. All right, let's see. What's going on with the stimulus check? Stephen, I hope you got my answer already, but I think I answered that already. They're very slow, but they're getting to y'all, okay? The stimulus check should come. I'm gonna tell you, if you go on that where's my, or get my payment, or where's my refund, all that stuff is just, is bombarded with so many people checking. I'm not saying that the IRS is not doing a good job. They just cannot keep up with the overload of stuff. So you are going to get information sometimes that matches you, and sometimes that does not necessarily represent the true answer. So don't think because it says no information available, that doesn't mean you're not getting a check. You know what your income is. So if you are not above those income limits, you are going to get one. The issue could be it's just slow. Okay. If somebody stole your identity, a lot of people have been asking me that. If somebody else claimed your kids at tax time, all you got to do is call the IRS, 800-829-1040, 800-829-1040, and report them. That's it. It's going to put a payment trace on that money that they gave them, but you are not going to get any money. The person that's actually reporting it, don't expect to receive any money, at least until, I mean, sometimes it's up to a 6-month wait. So, you know, don't expect it to be a rapid turnaround just because you're reporting someone. All right. So if someone also, if you recognize that there's a bank account on your, on the portal, when you go to see where your stimulus is going, it could be the bank that you used, or the bank that your tax preparer used, if you use the bank product. So a lot of people use the bank product. And what I mean is, if you got a cash advance loan, one of those types of things, and you use a product, you had to borrow money from your refund early, that's considered using a bank product. The bank gave you a loan on, or an advance on your taxes. That could be that number. Okay. If it's not, if you go to their tax preparer and it's not that, then you can report to the IRS that that's not your account and let them do a payment trace to find out where that money went. You also will have to wait a little while, but I want my money, so I'd rather wait than nothing at all. Which number, P Teach? I'm sorry, which number? Is it my number you want? Oh, so my text number. So yeah, let me put that up really quick for y'all. So you can text that number, 407-698-3804. And if you're here on TikTok, you can get that number from my bio. If my daughter filed last year, but not this year, will she get the third one? Yes. As long as, well, it depends on, and this is Gail Britt. Hey, Miss Britt. It depends on who claimed her in 19. Did somebody claim her last year in 19? If no, she claimed herself, then she'll get it. If someone else claimed her in 2019 and she hasn't filed taxes in 2020, whoever claimed her in 2019 will get paid for her. Okay. Let's see. Do you know when the third stimulus is coming for the SSI? Between this week and next week, you should get your money for Social Security recipients. Hi, I found my taxes since February. Why is it taking so long? Because they want to pay all the stimulus checks first before they resume paying tax refunds. I did not receive my stimulus check on my direct express card. So if you did not get it on the place where you wanted it to, you could check to see if it went to an old account that you had. If not, it's coming to you as a paper check. Okay. All right. Let me see. All right. Hey, Melanin Poppin'. If you move, will they forward your stimulus check? They're not supposed to, but IRS usually says that they don't want the stimulus checks forwarded, but it has everything to do with how they code these checks when they come out. So I am under the impression that the third round of stimulus checks can be forwarded. The other checks could not be. I guess under the Trump administration, he did not want those checks to be forwarded, but these checks can be forwarded, okay? But if you want to double check, all you got to do is call your post office and ask them, do they forward, and they will tell you for sure. So I tell everybody to call to double check. Ain't nothing wrong, because sometimes they don't know. You know, just because they work for the government don't mean that the message got down to them, okay? But these checks can be forwarded, but you should ask them so that you know for sure, because that's who's handling your mail, okay? Can people incarcerated get the 600? Yes, the 12-2 and the 1400. And it said there are inmates getting it. Is there a way for them to get the second stimulus check? Yes, ma'am, Kiana. All you got to do is file. You can send me the information. We actually do them. My company actually files them. So you can inbox me and I'll tell you what you need to do. Actually, just text me on the text group and I'll send you that form. Well, actually, I'll just send you the info I need. Okay. Can we apply for PUA if we have not been employed for 3 years? You can definitely try. I would never tell somebody not to try to apply for unemployment. It seems to be quite difficult, but I would never tell you not to apply. If you're local, if you're watching here and you're in Florida, I just put this on my page yesterday. I forwarded Vanessa Brito's post about if you're being locked out for ID Me. There's a lot of people being locked out for ID Me, and I'll tell you why. IDB just got a contract with 16 states, and they just got another 16 states. So y'all just the ones to feel the effect right now, but more people are going to be feeling the effect later. All these states are now going to link with ID Me so that they can verify who the person is, because it was so much unemployment fraud. I think they said in total it was like $30 billion in unemployment fraud. So now they've linked with ID Me so that they can verify who the individual is. So they're gonna make sure this doesn't happen again. So yeah. So if you're in Florida, go on my page. Vanessa Brito says sign her spreadsheet so that you can have your information forwarded to ID Me to get it unlocked. And also DEO will be finished doing their updates tomorrow. So if you've been locked out and you're in Florida, you should be able to go back in tomorrow. Now, I don't know how true that is. I'm just telling you what they tell me. I'm sure y'all gonna let me know tomorrow, because I can hear the inbox bells now. But let me know if you cannot get in tomorrow so I can let everybody else know too, okay? Says I got laid off in February. Can I apply for rental assistance? Yes. Yeah. I mean, of course you can. Absolutely. You can apply for rental assistance as long as your county is offering it. You can go right on the application and apply. It says I filed my taxes in February. Okay, I answered that. Let me see if anybody else on TikTok. Okay, no. All right. It says DeSantis said he would be issuing an executive order in the state forbidding vaccine passports, digital physical proof. Yeah, so I don't know if y'all been paying attention to that, but you know, some of y'all don't like to read the news and pay attention. But hey, if they start doing these passport vaccines, it's crazy. If you've been in the military, you know what a shot card is. So you already know. We already used to that, where you walk around with your little form that shows what shots you got, and somebody looks at it and says, "Okay, you got this, you got this, you got that." That's gonna be horrible if they do that to allow you in states. So, you know, when it's time to go out there and vote, I'm gonna make sure I'm encouraging y'all to go out there and do just that, because we do not want to be able to have to show or forced to get a vaccine that some people don't even know they're gonna get. So y'all have to be paying attention, because they're definitely looking at trying to do that. So, thank you, Dwight. Also, if you do want the vaccine, I will post in the group Florida, and I'll see when other state is doing it. But right now, Florida has a text hotline where you can sign yourself up to get your shot. And it doesn't matter what age you are, they're just going to put you in on the list, and they will rank you however. But when a shot is available, you will get a text so that you can go and take it. Okay. So I'm not against what anybody wants to do or doesn't want to do. I'm just telling you how to get access to it. So I will also send that in the group as well. It's easy to put information in one place for y'all. All right, let me see. Stephanie, I emailed you credit counseling. Thank you, Stephanie. Mondays are rough for me. So because I have to catch up for the weekend, so I will get to you. Thank you very much. And for those that do not know, yes, I do credit counseling. You can't have nothing in this world if you don't have good credit. Doesn't have to be the best, but it needs to be decent. All right. I have a business that earned 125K. Do I divide that by 12 months, then multiply that by 3.5? It's actually if it hadn't changed, and I know they changed something, and she's asking about the PPP, it was 2.5, but yes, that's how you do it. You have to make sure, okay, now it might be some people slipping through the cracks. I have seen it, but if you don't have we're talking about PPP loans. If you don't have a tax return that they can pull up to see when they do your 4506T transcript, and that's from the SBA. And with the PPP, they don't ask you for your tax transcript. They don't need to because it's in the fine print when you go to when you do submit your application. Okay, so they see if you file taxes or not. The SBA is starting to make a lot of changes that's gonna catch up to some folks. So just because you see somebody else getting 20 or 30,000, it doesn't mean that by the time you do it, you're gonna be able to get it. Okay, not trying to speak ill on no one, but I just want you guys to know that. And also, I want you guys to know that while they might be getting all this money, they also gonna be trying to get rid of this money on the forgiveness side. And if they don't have what they need to require to forgive this money, all that money they got, they're going to have to pay back. And if they do not pay it back, then fine. They're going to put it on their business credit. So if they ever try to get business credit, it's ruined. Then they made you personal guarantee. They don't make you personal guarantee this time. And if you guys don't know what personal guarantee is, that means if you fail to pay on your business, the loan that you got for your business, you are giving the government the right to come after you, the individual, because they're saying you are personally guaranteeing that you're going to pay this loan. That means they're going to put it on your credit. That means if they want to, they can come after you and sue you personally for a business loan. So just don't get too caught up because of what you see everybody else doing. And mind you, if you default on the PPP loan, this is the bank. And if you can't get a bank account now because you didn't pay $25 to settle a savings account or a checking account, what you think they're going to do with a PPP loan? You ain't never going to get a bank account. You and Chime going to be best friends. So I say all that to say, if you get it, and you cannot get the money forgiven, or at least try to get it forgiven if you can. But if you cannot, be prepared to pay your money at the 1% interest, because not everybody gonna get that money forgiven. All right, point blank. All right, let's move on. So Stephanie, I will get to you. Did you hear about the mail kill family over stimulus check? Yes, I did, Dwight. It's crazy. We ain't killing people over stimulus checks. I filed in February. Haven't got my taxes. Shonda, did I just answer you on TikTok? But they're coming. Very slow. Tax returns are coming. Post office told me they are not forwarding them. And you know, Kimberly is crazy because somebody else post office told them they will forward. That's why I tell everybody to go to their post office, because they say something different. It's based off of that post office and what they will do. All right, I have direct deposit card and still didn't get it. If you have a direct deposit card from federal government payments, that's because they haven't paid you guys yet. So it'll be between now and next week that you should expect to get your money. So my mom gets SSI. Her boyfriend filed her in 19, but he didn't file her 2020. Would she get $1,400 on his or $500 or Direct Express? Oh, okay, Shanae. So if her boyfriend filed her in 19, if he filed before the stimulus was approved, they're going to go off of 19. If they filed 2020 after the stimulus was approved, they're going to go, excuse me, I said that wrong. If they filed before the stimulus was approved, they're going to go off of the 2020 taxes. Okay. If they filed after, then they're going to go off of 19. And they say it's going to come the same way the first two came. So if you got paid on Direct Express, that's how it's going to come. Okay. Thank you, Gianna. I appreciate it. Okay. You're not in the group. If you're not in the group, Chantel, how can you not be in the group? You're my girl. Text me and so you can get in the group. Does she help with Maryland unemployment? She mostly does. No, she's an activist for Florida unemployment. Unfortunately, a lot of states going to be going through this, and I feel like every state should have an activist of some sort. So it might have to be you, Darnell. Okay. All right. Thanks for happening, my mother, with her taxes. Oh, you're very welcome, Miss Fabulous. And just so y'all know, I will absolutely get them their money. They absolutely need to. It says, do I have to amend my unemployment tax for the under? No, you don't, Liz Moore. If you already filed taxes and you filed before the 10,200 tax exemption kicked in, don't do anything. The unemployment will fix your taxes on their own, and they will send you the remaining portion of your refund. Okay, so they will send that. You won't have to claim it, and if you do have to claim it, they will tell you that. They will send you something, but I doubt they're going to send you anything other than another deposit. So if you get another deposit from the IRS and it's not high enough to be a stimulus check, then it is more than likely the remaining portion of your tax refund. But do not file an amendment. I only tell you to file an amendment if you have a true correction, but that, no, they can do that on their own, okay? Can I email you about my credit? Yes, ma'am. Kim Possible, you can, or you can go in the text group and we can do it there too. How can you forget it forgiven? Jasmine, that's a whole process. But if you want to get your PPP loan forgiven, I can tell you the first requirement is that 60% of that money has to be used for payroll. And I don't know how a sole proprietor is going to be able to show that they were able to pay themselves 60% of that money in the 8 weeks time. Now, I'm not saying they can't. But I think that some people who got this money because somebody helped them get it, they're going to have a tough time getting it forgiven if they don't know how to do that, or if they don't know how to go someone that knows how to do it. Okay. So, but yeah, 60% of it has to go towards payroll. And then you write out the rest of the money. Once you write out all that, where the rest of that money was spent, you take that form and you send it back to the person, to the bank that you got the money from. The bank then evaluates that form to make sure that everything makes sense. And the reason why they do it is because they have to send it up to SBA, and SBA told them if they make mistakes, it's on them and you to get it figured out. So they want to make sure that everything is good to go. And then if it is, they'll send it up to SBA, and then SBA will say yay or nay on what they will or won't forgive. Okay. And then whatever they won't forgive, you have to be stuck. You're going to be stuck paying that. That's why I wanted to say that, because a lot of people think about, no, I want these 20 stacks right now, but ain't nobody thinking about what's going to happen if that money not forgiven or if they don't pay it. Okay. So, let's see. And so a lot of y'all been asking me about that felony program that y'all been seeing on the news. Okay. So if y'all saw anything about that, that's not for Florida. Okay. That's for some other states. Florida is not giving, anybody no break when it comes to crime. Y'all know that's no, they're just not doing it. So other states are getting I think it's a seal and like an expunge or something. They're getting like a seal, and they're trying to let them have a fresh start. I think it's like in Michigan and like Illinois and places like that, but not here in Florida. Okay, so I know a lot of people been asking me about that. I got a date on March 26th for my stimulus, but haven't received it yet. So if you have not received it and it shows March 26th, that was right before the weekend, you can give it until Wednesday. But if you haven't, then you should see where it says that stimulus went. If it's not there, then issue a payment trace and the payment trace is only form 3911, IRS form 3911. All you got to do is type it in, fill it out so that you can get to find out where that money is. But I think it's coming. I think they just delayed. Okay. So, hey, Tina, it says, if you never received any stimulus, can you file and receive the previous payments? Yes, you can. Absolutely. The first two, you can file on your taxes as a simple tax return to get that money. It says, how many employees do you need to have to get the full EIDL targeted advance? At this time, just so y'all know, for you guys who got the email from SBA, it doesn't matter about qualifying. So to answer your question, Jane, there is no amount of numbers anymore because you had to answer that question when you filled out the loan the first time. Now, when they send you the email to get the rest of your money from the targeted grant, you have to answer those questions. They want to see payroll, or they want to see your sales to see if you had a drop in your sales in whatever quarter that you choose. Okay. So if you're in my text group, I have a video that I already done. So that answered all those questions that show you how to do it. So if you want to get in my text group, go in my bio, that's where my the number is, and I'll send you the video. It's too long to text to people, so that's why I only send it to people in the group. Okay. So you don't have to have a certain amount of employees to get it. If you already been contacted for it, you can just apply. I have seen my first set of people get approved for the targeted grant. I have seen it. You can actually go on your portal. So if you actually apply and you don't know what the status is, go in your portal, the same disaster SBA portal that you were in, and go and check your status. You will be able to see how much you got approved for, if you were denied, or at what percent or what your status is. I think they show you like where the status is at the time. So you'll be able to see where you are, okay? It's going to be deposited in my account. It says I never got a stimulus. It says it's going to be deposited in my account, but no date. So ELGG13, I would tell you to just keep checking it. That's unfortunate, but they should. But that's what I would do to see where it is. I filed 212, set to 213, still process the code 152. Well, code 152 means you're getting your check. So sit tight. It's coming. They're going to get those stimulus payments out first. So 152 is a good code, so don't even stress about it. You're welcome, Angelica, I think that's your name. How many employees do you need to have? Okay, answer that. I can't recover my income tax until I get identified because the lady put the wrong address. Well, you should be able to get your income tax from at least your paperwork. You can't recover information until, okay, so you got to get verified by the IRS. That's actually going to take a while. I hate to tell you, but it will. You're going to have to probably go to a local place, your local tax center, and prove that it is you. So that's unfortunate, but that is part of the process you're going to have to go through. I am an SSI. Will I get a stimulus check? Yes, you will. How do you get a PPP loan? Anyone who did self-employment. So for most of y'all who did self-employment, because y'all didn't have no job and somebody did something for you to help you get some taxes, those are the people that can file for a PPP loan because you actually have self-employment. But what you have to have is you have to show that you made some income, at least $2,000. So if you do not know how to read your taxes, I will go out, I will contact the person that did your taxes for you and ask them to explain to you your 2019 Schedule C. They know what it is. It's not hard, but if you understand your taxes, all you have to do is go on your 2019 taxes, I believe it's line 30, and just look at line 30 and see if you have a number there that's positive and at least more than $2,000. If you do, you can apply. You may not get much. I've seen some small loans, $500, $700. But hey, if somebody was giving you a cash loan or a title loan or something like that, people wouldn't complain about it. So if you can get it, get it. All right. The money is out there. So many people file Schedule C anyway. You might as well go on and apply. All right. So y'all know I don't like to keep folks. So, all right. So we got like 10 more minutes. I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. I'm on SSI and if our taxes, will I get a stimulus check? Yes. Ooh, Miss Janie Jane, you asked this question about 800 times. Woo. Okay. I haven't got my stimulus says going to my account, but there's no date. Okay. I answered that. All right. Is Schedule C different from my 2020 1040 Schedule C for the PPP? Do you think I should amend if my Schedule C is different from my 2020 1040 Schedule C for the PPP, do you think I should amend my taxes? I can't say that. And the reason why I can't say that is because I haven't seen anybody get contacted by the IRS saying that they put in a falsified tax return. Because when they first allowed people to do the PPP applications, it didn't have to be taxes that you actually filed. It said taxes that you filed or taxes that you will file. So it really depends on when you filed it, determines under which rule you fall under. So I can't tell you to go and amend it. If you feel concerned or worried, that's something different. And we can always talk about that offline because I know some people, friends, put in for them to get a whole lot of money. And, I can understand that. But, if it's something that you like that you want to talk about, we can talk about that offline. Okay. Let's see. Do you think there will be a fourth? No, I don't. Is child tax credit going to be on time for July? They've been quiet about this child tax credit. They haven't said nothing about it. They haven't said nothing about no portal. They keep talking about all this money, but they have not dropped any links or anything to get stuff started. All I know is it's going to be a cool summer because it's going to be a whole lot of money flowing. Okay, so y'all just got to hold out until. If you didn't get the first PPP loan, you can go back and get it. You can go back. Yeah. I mean, you have to get the first one. You can't get a second one if you didn't get the first. So you're gonna you can go back and get it. It says I had a business in 19 and it's registered, but I don't have a business account. Can I apply for the PPP loan? Yes, you can apply for the PPP loan. You do not have to use it, but you do not have to have a business account to get it. Okay. Only Bluevine makes you get a business account and they make you open an account with them. So you don't have to have one. You can use your personal account. All right. Thank you, PTH. All right. Let's see. A lot of the banks told me that I couldn't apply the PPP. I didn't have a business account. That's because you went into an actual bank. We don't go in a bank over here. We go online, honey, because we already know that when some of us, when we walk in the bank, they're going to give us a denial just because our name is Shamika. So we don't do that. We do it online. Okay. I'm just being real. So you could go to Blue Vine. I got a video. Follow me on TikTok. I'll put the videos out. You can go on Blue Vine. You go Blue Acorn. You could go to Womply. They got a bunch of them. Biz to Credit. They all do them. They're all banks or lenders that work with banks, and you can get the same thing done there, and you don't even have to walk inside of no bank. Okay. Yes. Oh, Lisa, thank you for bringing that up. Okay. Some landlords will not accept rental assistance. Oh, yes. Okay. So some landlords will not, but you have to find out why, because some landlords will not accept rental assistance from the federal, from this program. Oh, thank you, Lisa, for bringing this up, girl. Oh, okay. And let me tell you why. So I haven't seen necessarily what the fine print is because they haven't printed it yet, but there is something in the fine print that has to do with taxes that a lot of these landlords or these companies are going to say they will not accept the money. So you can't force them to accept it. If they do not accept it, they are basically saying that they would rather you leave than to take that money, because it's probably cheaper for you to go than it is to stay based off of whatever tax consequences that they have. So somebody told me it has something to do with taxes, but I haven't seen it yet. I've been looking for it, but that is why. So if you have somebody that doesn't want to do it because of that, then you pretty much are at a loss and you can't do anything but either pay them or you got to move. Okay. Now, then y'all gonna say, well, does that money count towards me getting a new place? No, it's not. It doesn't. Unless you have somebody in your specific situation and you get someone from that county office to work with you, then yes, but they don't have to give you moving assistance. They usually don't offer that in the beginning. They usually offer that when the money's getting ready to run out. So a lot of you guys may run into that problem. Thank you, Lisa. I had totally forgot about that topic, but that is so true. They are not taking it. Okay. Do people that's on unemployment that file taxes still get the stimulus? Yeah, they still do get the stimulus. People on unemployment do still get the stimulus. But let me tell you what some people don't know, okay? And I know we're getting ready to end, but I want y'all to tag and share somebody anyway, even though we right at the end. A tag and share, maybe they'll go back and look to see what or why you tagged them. But I want to say this to y'all so y'all can go and tell people, because this is very important. And I am starting to put the really juicy stuff at the end so that y'all stay on here with me, okay? If you got the PPP loan and you are on unemployment, okay, and this is why I want y'all to tag people, because it's a lot of folks that did it. If you are on unemployment and you got the PPP loan, if found out, you are responsible for paying that money back to unemployment, because you are not allowed to collect both. You are only allowed to collect unemployment after your 8 weeks of getting the loan. After you get your loan and 8 weeks later, you're allowed to collect unemployment. But you are not allowed to collect unemployment if you are also getting the PPP loan. Now, I can't say how they're going to connect the dots or when or if. This is new because, okay, tax season just coming around, but that is what is new. So make sure you tell somebody, because a lot of people are on unemployment and a lot of people trying to get the this PPP loan, but they're not supposed to get both. So somebody asked me, well, do you think I should get off of unemployment? Well, here's goes my answer to you. I'm gonna ask you a question. How difficult was it for you to get unemployment? If you think it was more difficult for you to get unemployment and then it was to get off of it and get back on, then I would just tell you, then wait and let them send you the bill so that you can just work out a payment plan, okay? Because they don't disclose all this information when you getting all this stuff. So I wouldn't tell you to call and say, hey, take me off unemployment, because it may be difficult to get back on, because they might ask you to show where the money was spent and what you did with it. So to keep yourself from all of that, just, okay? And keep the, do what you do, but I'm just letting you guys know that you're not supposed to get both. All right. And let me see if I missed anybody else. Can I use my social for the PPP loan if I am a sole owner? Yes, you can. They do take social or the EIN. So you could do either one. What's going on with SSI and disability getting their checks between this week and the next week, you guys, and you guys should get something. I got 2019, not 2020. Will I get one this time? Yes, you should. I did lender match and one contacted me, but I haven't heard anything since I responded back. How long? So SBA been making a lot of changes too. So everybody is making changes because the stimulus package was approved. So you cannot expect them to get back to you. I know we want them to get back to us right away, but they are not. Okay, so that's gonna be a little bit that's gonna be difficult for them all to do. So a lot of them, I'm looking through my notes, y'all. So a lot of them just have not gotten back to you and plan and will do, but at a later date. All right. So I already let you guys know the SBA, you don't have to make any payments. I already let you guys know the SBA increased their lending amount from 150,000 to 500,000. So if you have not applied, you can. You do not have to rush to get out and apply by a certain amount of time. They actually extended it from March 31st. So you have some time to apply for the PPP or the EIDL if you have not applied for it already. Okay. I went to the SBA loan and it says denied, but I got a call to verify my identity on Friday. Is there a difference between the loan and the grant on the SBA system? There is no more grants that you can apply for through the SBA. And if you got a call from somebody to verify your identity, I would tell you that they need to, I hope that they verify who they are to you. Okay, and not just say they're with the SBA, because the SBA will not call and ask you for anything. So I'm not sure when you say verifying your identity, but no government agency will call you and ask you to verify anything unless it's the Veterans Administration. And the only thing they ask a couple questions about your Army, military time to verify who you are, but they're not gonna ask for no personal information. Okay, not at all. They are not supposed to do that. All right. What's going on with the IRS and the tax refunds? You are late, Miss Shanti, but they are late, and they are just waiting to get these stimulus checks out, and then they will refund, do the refunds again. Okay. All right. So good. I said I reached 100 messages. Thank y'all. All right. Let me check here. Let me see. All right. So I think I covered it all for y'all this week. Not too much big going on. If you guys are in the text group, you will get the links for the policy for FEMA. You will get the links for let's see, you'll get the links FEMA, you get the links for the student loan, so you could do to get those things written off. If you are locked out of ID me, go on my page and reply to Vanessa Brito if you're in Florida, so that she can add you to the list to get you unlocked. And I would tell you, apply for PUA if you can. It's not to say if you can and can't get it. They would have to be able to tell you if you can't, and you can always do an appeal if you are denied. Okay. Let's see. The FCC $100 credit program, that $50 program thing that we talked about last week, it's not out yet. It's coming, and I think that's it. So anyway, join the text group, ask the questions. I'm gonna send y'all links. If y'all need assistance with that, we offer application assistance. Also, if you need to get an inmate or somebody, your mama, cousin, whomever, needs help filing to get their first and second stimulus, we offer that as well. We want everybody to get their money. It's theirs. If not, they're just gonna use it for something that you ain't gonna want or you don't care about. So you might as well get yours because it belongs to you. Okay. So it says my PPP says SBA approved, just waiting on promissory. Does that mean I'm getting funded? Yes, ma'am. A promissory note means they're just getting the paperwork saying that you're going to sign saying you promised to pay. All right. So y'all have a good one. I'll talk to you guys soon next Monday. Hit me up, credit questions, business questions, whatever. If I can help you, I will. All right. Talk to y'all later next Monday.